Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedlys. I would like to do today a funny spread. This was a request by Joanna. She would like to know about the Markle squat, and she would like to know what Princess Anne thought of it. How funny is that? I will say I laughed when that came in. I will say I was chuckling pretty hard. So here we go. What did Princess Anne think of the Markle squat? What did she think of the Markle squat? A little devious, I know. Call it women's revenge. I don't know. A little catty maybe, but hey. What did Princess Anne think of the Markle squat? What did Princess Anne think of the Markle squat? What did Princess Anne think of the Markle squat? What did Princess Anne think of it? Here we go. Well, for starters, she thought she was the Queen of Wands in reverse. As we know, Markle likes to think of herself as the rising phoenix, someone who's going to be in leadership, loving the spotlight, limitless potential, lots of opportunities coming her way, total rising phoenix. She sees this as she completely lowered herself because she's not rising herself. She completely lowered herself with the Queen of Wands. So this is how I'm going to say that. Yeah, really, really lowered herself, lowered her status and her position in society, basically, and low vibe. So didn't see it as a good move. As we figure, and we have here at the bottom of the deck, which is going to highlight this spread, is the moon in reverse. And so this is the truth coming out. All the truths about her is going to come out, is what she also thinks of the situation. So that goes there. I'm going to go straight to the center of the situation just because before I pull any more and divide, I'm going to go with the Death card, and it will be the end of her, and she will have to accept the situation. So truth's coming out. She's going to have to accept the change, and she's completely stuck, and she lowered herself. That is what Princess Anne thought of the situation. She's such a humble, direct, intelligent individual. She sees right through everything. That's what I've noticed from doing spreads and since basically becoming a royalist is that she's very level-headed, and she is to the point. And this really gets down to the point, I must say. I mean, this is very, very direct. You're a liar. It's all coming out. You're done, and you lowered yourself. Doesn't get more clear than that. So, yeah, I think quite possibly that's just, wow. The cards don't lie. I think it was so direct, may not need to pull any more. I'm going to pull some of my newer cards here. This one is... What deck is this? This one is the Mystical Kipper, right here. You can see Mystical Kipper. It's a new deck, and I have been learning it, so let's get some more. Princess Anne. Okay, what we have here is, it's called A Long Way. Wow, a long way. She's got a long way to go, I would say. She's got a long way to go, and with that cross, that's burden, pain, and suffering. And that bird there is looking down, and it looks like a guy is sort of begging in a lot of ways, and he's got a long road to go. It looks like there's a long winding road behind him for growth, and he just has a long way to go in terms of personal growth and fulfillment. And this person's causing a lot of burden, pain, and suffering with the cross along the journey, I would say. And then here, grief and adversity. Caused a lot of grief and adversity for the family. So she doesn't see her as someone who's fully developed emotionally, and no matter where she goes, she causes pain. She's just got this winding road ahead of her for more personal growth, and she hasn't achieved it yet. She has not arrived, in essence. Definitely has not arrived, and she just lots of grief, lots of more pain and grief where she goes, and creates a lot of adversity. So doesn't see her in a very positive light. Let's get another card here. This is another new deck. It's also by the same people who make the Kipper. And this is another Kipper deck. I really like the card stock. It's nice and thick. And this is this one here. So another Kipper deck. It just came. I'm going to use this. So here we go. Princess Anne's thoughts on Markle squat, on the Markle squat, on the Markle squat. That was a deep squat. That was a deep, deep squat, man. She could definitely do a nice low curtsy. Here we go. A long road. Once again, she's got a long road to go. She probably wants her to continue to go down a long road and just don't come back. A long road for growth. As you see, there's trees. So she has a long road for growth, but she is hoping that she's a warrior, big water and hope. So I would say she's looking out. She's probably watching her and how she maneuvers and changes, but I think she has hopes that she will continue on this long road and does not come back. She doesn't want her back. I would say she definitely does not want her back, and just hope that things work out for her so she doesn't come back. Just stay on that long road for growth. You got a long winding road ahead of you, Markle. Just stay on that long road. But I know you're going to create a trail of pain, a trail of pain. Just keep going. But she's hopeful that she does somewhat well emotionally, because she doesn't want her back. They don't want her back. She doesn't want her to come back. Just please stay away. Let's get some more. How does she feel about the Markle squat? The Markle squat. Yeah, there we go. Ships. It's a good time to leave. It was a good time to leave. She didn't want her there. Stay on your path. Just keep going. Just don't come back. And we have here, yeah, the anchor. Anchor yourself somewhere else. Yeah, go leave and go re-anchor yourself. Yep, don't come back. Don't come back. Yeah, she's very happy to see her gone, to say the least. She never did. She caught on really early, just like William did. No one can get past her insight. She's got good clarity. Here we go. Let's get some more on Princess Anne and the Markle squat. The Markle squat. What did she think of the Markle squat? I could see a few of them have flipped, but I'm just going to ignore it. The Markle squat. The Markle squat. How did Princess Anne feel about the Markle squat? The Markle squat. See what wants to pop out. So I like pop-outs. Here we go, the Markle squat. Okay, that's coming out. I'm going to take those two instead, because these ones came out first. Well, she knows that she's after sudden wealth. She wants sudden wealth, and she wants everyone to message her. Probably message, this is communication. That there's communication to try and gain wealth, I would say. And she does send out a lot of messages to people. She is reaching out to people. We know she does like to cold call people. A message card is communication, so any kind of communication. And that she does have a habit of doing that. So she's aware of that, like her cold calling politicians, reaching out to celebrities, anything to get to that high point of sudden wealth since she departed. So she sees her as sort of the she's a social climber. Basically, she sees that as trying to social climb. Even though she was at the highest, she's now still trying to socially climb by messaging people for greater wealth and more wealth, that they are the link. And also could be trying to stay in contact with them in any way she can for protection, was hoping that they would help her with the lawsuit, come in at the last minute and save her. Also, she is trying to communicate with what's his name, the guy who's doing the court case, Knopf, and trying to stop him, trying to get to communicate with him. So she is quite good at communicating with people. She does that all the time. It's just what she does. She's really a good social climber. She's really good at putting herself in places, high places, and she's very gifted at it. So this communication, sending out messages, has always worked for her in the past. Totally worked for her. But she wants her to go on. Keep going. Don't come back. Not interested in seeing her again. Wishes that she does well so that she doesn't come back, in essence, in a nutshell. And that she lowered herself. Completely lowered her any high status that anyone may have had for her. She sees that as just kind of probably an American low thing. So yes, did not bode too well. So I am putting these back in case I want to reshuffle these in my next spread. But I'm going to pull out this deck here, and I'm going to ask about Carolyn Duran. She's in silence. So that was a request that came in. People want to know why she's staying so quiet. I haven't done her in a while. She's the one who contributed to Finding Freedom book with Omid Scooby, but she has stayed totally silent. She doesn't talk on Twitter. She doesn't post. She's not active. She's just silence. So let's get an update on Carolyn Duran and how she's doing. Carolyn Duran. How is Carolyn Duran doing? How's Carolyn Duran doing? Carolyn Duran. There we go. I have here the Judgment. These ones here, someone did ask me why I flipped it. It's because this is my double major deck, and all of them are to be read upright because the reversals have their own card. So that's why I'm flipping it. I don't do this with any other deck. It's only with this one that I have to turn it because they all have the reversals. Like this is the Queen of Cups in reverse. It has its own card. So that's why I just did that. So Queen of Cups in reverse. So she's not happy about what she did. She doesn't feel that it was a creative endeavor that she loved, and it wasn't a healing book, and so she's feeling very insecure. This is an insecure position. She feels very insecure about what she participated in. So that's why. She also knows that she's been judged in a negative sense. It's been judged negatively. And so this is someone who just doesn't want to, it's kind of raising her white flag of surrender. It's a surrender position. So she knows she didn't love it. She didn't love what she did. And she knows it came in poorly as far as judgment goes. And it didn't take a wrong and make it right. And so she has a lot of self-doubt and lots of critics and inner criticism and not happy at all. Very unhappy with participating in Finding Freedom. That's why we're not hearing anything from Carolyn Duran. And the Death card, in reverse. So this here is not a transition. She can't take the bad situation and grow from it. There's no transformative energy with this position. It is stuck. She's stuck with the situation because it's printed and it's out there and everyone can get it at the dollar bin. If they want it at the dollar bin, they can go get it because that's where it's at now. So yeah, she's not happy at all. And then at the bottom of the deck, I have here King of Pentacles in reverse. This guy is trying to pull his coin out of his book. The book was a failure. It was not a winning book. It was a total failure. And it did not make the money that she anticipated to get. So yeah, and the Lovers in reverse. People didn't love it. It was not a successful book. So that's why she's in hiding. She's ashamed of the participation. Let's get another question came in about Clarence House. And it is about the grandkids getting it. It was supposed to go to Meghan and Harry, but is now going to the grandkids. So let's just pull some cards on Clarence House. Clarence House. Let's get some cards on Clarence House. Clarence House. Clarence House and the grandkids. How is that going to go? How is that going to go? Clarence House. So don't know what that can be. I don't see any complications with that. It's just a pretty cut and dried, but let's see what the cards say. Clarence House, Clarence House. And remember, I will have to flip these if they are in reverse. Here we go. Judgment, yes. I would say Grandpa made a decision call here, and he made a judgment. It was his judgment call. He figured it was taking a wrong situation with Meghan and Harry and making it right, and you reap what you sow, so I'm giving it to them. He has absolutely no self-doubt about this. He's very confident in doing this, and it's the right call. And he feels he's spiritually motivated to do so. He doesn't have an issue with it. So that's why he did it. He made a major judgment call. At the bottom of the deck, what do I have? I have here the Knight of Swords in reverse. So this is sort of the cruelty position, cutting you out. This literally is cutting you out. And it is a war card. All Knight of Swords are going to total war. And this is getting to the point of being cruel. I'm cutting you out. You reap what you sow, and guess what? You're being cut out. You're cut out. You're done. I'm done with you. I'm completely done with you. So that's what he did. And then we have King of Swords underneath it. King of Swords. So he got so angry, so livid, that he went to where he knows is considered cruelty with the sword in reverse in the down position. It's going to war, and I'm cutting you out. I don't care if you like it or not. I made the judgment call. So that's what he did. Yeah, it is what it is. And he took measures, does not care. So let's get some more cards on Charles, giving Clarence House to the grandkids. Here we go. Expectations. We have expectations of a female here, which is interesting. I think that would be Markle expecting it and taking it away from her. That's how I feel about that. Let's take it away from her. She expects it. Guess what? You're not getting it. And yeah, it's because she is a false person. The false person was expecting it, and now your kids are not getting it. You're not getting it. Your kids aren't getting it. It's going to William's kids. Sorry. Judgment call. Yeah, very, very good. I think that's a good call. Let's get some more on Charles. Whoop, there we go. That one's out. What I have here is occupation and journey. You left, now you got to work. Go for it. You signed up for that. Keep on going with your path, your journey. Just like Princess Anne's mindset. All right, you left. Trudge on. You called it. You made this move. This was your path. Then I suggest you win at it and be successful and carry on. Carry on, carry on, carry on. Don't come back kind of energy. You better be successful. Go make it work. Make it work because you made the call. So it's like, hey, it is what it is. It's just acceptance, really. This is what you want? Okay. All right. No problem. It's not pandering to them. It's just like, all right, Hey, when kids do this, you make sure you don't, when you burn me, make sure you don't need me in the future kind of thing. You burned me, you called that, go make it work. So make sure you don't need me when you burn me. And that's basically what this is. So let's get some more cards here on Charles, giving it to the other kids. We have here the butterfly, relationship evolving, healing the inner child in growth. It's just the next phase. He knows that they are being butterflies and they've got some wounds that they need to heal, and it's the next phase of their lives, of Markle's life and Harry's life. And then we also have the snake. He got involved with the snake. Another dark person, false woman, snake energy, not someone you can trust. You always have to look over your shoulder with this individual. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman card. So not someone to trust. And we have here also, he would actually probably like Harry to date and make healthy choices, that he wished he had made a healthier choice in his dating when he did this. But he ended up being the butterfly, leaving the family with the false person that has high expectations of having everything handed to her by a dad. And so, yeah, but wish that he made better, healthier choices in his dating, in his planning and cultivating of his life. I'm going to get to the bottom of the deck. What do I have here? I have here the golden mirror, self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. And that's how she ensnarled him. That sort of highlights the situation with, at least with the white cards here, is that she ensnarled him by acting like that free butterfly. Let's go to the next phase. I'm going to take your inner child wounds. She did highlight his inner child wounds in making him leave. That's one way how she got him to leave and to isolate him from his family. That's such a major component with narcissism, is we must isolate you from your support network. So she did that whole relationship evolving with his inner child wound, played Mother Diana on his shoulder, and did it through narcissism, love bombing, one-sided relationship, pull you away. I cannot be trusted. You better look over your shoulder. I am a false person with lots of expectations. So basically, he's calling her out. He knows what she is. He cut her off. So that's basically it. Yes, I like it. Oh, yes, I do. So let's, I think that should do it. Short spread. I hope you guys enjoy this. And let's see. I know there's some questions on my last video I have to go through to see what you guys want, and I will hit some of those up for my next spread. If you have something that seems interesting that needs to be revisited or highly questionable, just put it in the comments and hopefully I will catch it. Until next time, thanks for watching, you guys. Like and subscribe. Bye.